Before this class, I had not been to church in several years and have not visited my parish in even longer. I don't think I realized it at the time, but the reason I stopped going was because I wasn't getting anything out of the Mass. I wasn't taking away lessons or enjoying the experience of being present in that moment. Church felt like a chore, and it was never something that I chose to do of my own will or because I enjoyed it. A lot of that had to do with the music in my church, which isn't very good. We have a cantor who volunteers, a student choir, and an organ. None of the music ever really spoke to me, and I never thought about where it came from or why it was sung. This class has taught me so much about how art, and more specifically music, has a huge impact on your emotions and how you experience a Mass. I believe that a Mass is not complete without music, as I saw during my field study in Florence at a church who did not have a choir or musical instruments. The Mass had a cold, dreary feeling about it. It seemed incomplete. Visiting different churches in New York City, Rome, and Florence, I saw the differences in each parish, some of which I liked more than others, and some which I liked less. It made me realize that just because my parish at home isn't a good fit for me, it doesn't necessarily mean that I cannot have a fulfilling church experience in the future. I just need to find the right congregation. I also didn't know anything about liturgical music before this course. I did not know its origins, and I did not know the different types of music that exist. After hearing many types of liturgical music during Mass and at my field studies, I realized that I most enjoy hearing traditional liturgical music, such as what was played by the Sistine Chapel Choir during the Mass I attended at St. Peter's. For me, that music made me feel elevated, holy, and introspective, which is how I like to feel during Mass. I had never heard talented musicians and choirs sing this music before. Additionally, I have never heard a brass section incorporated into the Mass, and I was surprised at how well this instrumental section blended with the choir and enhanced the performance. This music I genuinely enjoyed, and I would like to hear more often. I also realized that some people may desire a different experience during Mass than I do. Not everyone must enjoy traditional music or attempt to perform in their parish the way it is done at the Sistine Chapel, but I believe it is important to understand where this music comes from so that it can be better appreciated. Knowing the history behind the creation of the songs I heard during the Mass I attended made the experiences so much richer than if I had heard them without understanding their past. I also believe that contemporary music or other new types of liturgical music should be encouraged in the church. Different music speaks to different people. Some people are inspired by chanting, while others are most moved by a gospel choir. Just because these types of music are not the traditional way, it does not mean that they are less worthy. Additionally, some parishes cannot afford to put on a grand performance, hire a magnificent choir, and have an instrumental section. I think that each parish has unique needs and desires and should focus on fulfilling those specific needs as best as possible. Whatever the case may be, this class has taught me that you should understand the roots of liturgical music. You should then open your mind to all the types of liturgical music that are offered around the world and find the type or types of music that speak to you most and that make your Mass experience the best it can be. Because when you enjoy yourself, you will be a more active participant, which makes the Mass a more wholesome and enjoyable experience for everyone. I believe that music is the essence of a Mass, and I believe that a Mass is not complete without music. Music helps to describe the liturgy in a way that cannot be described in words. It conveys a feeling to people and helps people to enjoy the Mass on a more spiritual level and to elevate out of their normal everyday life. No matter what type of liturgical music you choose as your favorite, I think it is important to take note of all the different types and to understand that you are making a choice in where you go and practice your religion. Thank you for listening to my video on liturgical music and my opinions on it, and hope you enjoyed it. Thank you.